Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for NASDAQ price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is the intraday where we're gonna dive deeper on the 1-hour chart, 15-minute chart for the SPX and NDX, both to see of course what's going on. So basically that's this looks like a good signal that we have here. So we have passed, by the way, our triangle, so time to remove this and to clean up a little bit. So basically we have finished an ABC here. We're looking at a wave 2 or a wave B, and this is a good signal at the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning of course a confirmation of a corrective wave down. So that's so far looking great. We cannot say that we are in 1, 2, 3 because wave 4 is interfering with zone 1, so that is much more relaxing, right, from getting inside this zone, which is gonna of course lead us to a recession in the yellow line here. So basically we are looking right now for two scenarios, guys. The next two scenarios are the following. You have an A in the blue here. If you follow the blue, you have an A in 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for wave C to hit the 1-to-1 fib level at 20k 800. And of course, in this scenario, you would like to see an impulse, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, can we see here an impulse? Well, I cannot really say that it is an impulse. First, the wave 5 here is longer than wave 3. I cannot call a leading diagonal somehow. Let me check on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, as you can see, very long one. But what we can do here, that's nice. Okay, look at this little gap here. Yeah, so very nice small gap, but even if this is a wave 4, okay, we need to measure this. Stop guessing. Actually, here we go. Do we have a wave 5 diagonal? Yeah, overshoot it. Okay, overshoot it. So my guess was right. Therefore, this is longer than the wave 3. And the last check that I need to do here is if the, okay, 1-to-1, all right. Yeah, so the wave 3 even is shorter. So we cannot call even 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 3 is the shortest between the 5 and the 1. Incredible. However, that means can be an A, B, and a C potentially here. After 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, A, B, C, it can be, of course, a zigzag toward the upside, or it can be, that is another reading, guys, for this tricky wave here. Okay, here we go. You have a leading diagonal here, a leading diagonal as a wave 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 1. A, B, and a C potentially here as a running flat, and then you're moving toward the upside. Running flat is a signal of surge toward the upside, and this is exactly what we got. So basically, yeah, this is what I'm seeing here: 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. So yeah, it is an impulse. It is a wave 1 ABC for a wave 2. It can be even that your wave 2 is very shallow here if you're not convinced with this running flat, which is of course mostly a rare scenario to have. So therefore, we can simply take the wave 2 here. You're looking to 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Continuation toward the upside, very simply. And basically, we are looking here for this scenario for a wave 3 that it should hit the 1.618. Let's check wave 3 as an impulse. All right, this is our target. We would like to reach at least the 0.27 in this case to make sure that we are in an impulse toward the upside. So this will give much more, much more confidence, yeah, that we are in an impulse toward the upside, at least hitting the 1.27, 18k 300. Well, this would be even much more better and nicer. I would like to see a wave 3 finishing here exactly. So basically, you can say 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. You're looking here at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3 potentially, that it can be finished, of course, inside the 1.618, and then continuation toward the upside. And that means, of course, on the 1 hour chart, you are looking at a potential formation of a bigger wave, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. And that means, or it can be, of course, your first wave A, B, and a C for, of course, a wave 3 here, that, of course, it might be unfolding toward the upside. We're going to see, of course, how this is going to continue for the next days. And but basically, it looks like a good signal for a recovery finally. I cannot really assure, but I mean, it looks a little bit promising, right? On the SPX, nice, we're still looking at some green as expected after the 1-to-1 fib level. In case you are in a 1, 2, 3 and you're looking for a wave 4 here, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potentially for a wave, for a wave 3. And that means, of course, 1, 2, or maybe it can be, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finish. I was looking for one more leg to the downside to hit perfectly the 1-to-1 fib level. In this case scenario, we're done. It's finished actually, and I believe that this might have turned, of course, in a in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 potentially, or A, B, and a C 3 waves, correction, and impulse toward the downside. Because this is very impulsive. Just you can see it from the gap, of course, it means aggressive impulse toward the upside is unfolding. Basically we are looking at a wave 1 here, very, very small wave 1, 2 here, but directly wave 3, meaning a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potentially again continuation for higher prices. Would be nice to see it, of course. Or you're looking at a wave A right now, A, B, and a C for a wave 3. So as expected, we're looking at a recovery. We are, of course, getting closer and closer to this recovery, I would say. And so good signal, guys. We don't want to see this broken again. We would like to see anyway a zigzag, because you see a zigzag here, so you would like to see the same. And this would be, of course, a confirmation that we're moving toward the upside. It doesn't matter what do you get here. It doesn't matter what you get here. Important thing that you get choppy wave. This is what we would like to see, and not impulses. We would like to see choppy waves. So after this, what it might happen, of course, after this we might get a correction and explosion again toward the upside. Of course, it might need times, guys. I mean, it's a very intense times right now for the market, so it needs some time, and that's why we might see, of course, longer sideways, right? So these are the updates right now for the SPX and NDX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.